Minister. Hina, I'd like you to request to felicitate Mr. Pralhad Joshi.
Thank you very much, Swati. So, welcome to Times Now Summit. Always a pleasure to have you here. So, for those of you who are waiting to hear from Mr. Pralhad Joshi, let's also tell the audience here that apart from being the minister of two very, very important ministries, he's also considered as the blue-eyed boy of the BJP. We'll talk about it in just a bit. But talking about the issue that we have gathered to discuss here today, need to keep Bharat ahead. And in this, renewable energy as a sector plays a very, very important role. And we know India has an ambitious target as well, Mr. Joshi. Our target is 500 gigawatt capacity by 2030. We've crossed around 200 gigawatt already. To achieve this by 2030, we need at least 50 gigawatts per year. Are we on track? Do you think we'll be able to meet the target on time, before it? What is the status like right now?
We are quite on track, and already bids which are out is around 169 gigawatt. And you said we have crossed 200 gigawatt. It is not so. We have crossed 223 gigawatt as of now, non-fossil fuel, and 103 gigawatt of the solar energy, nearly about 50 gigawatt of the wind, and we have also moved with viability gap funding as far as this offshore wind is concerned. Many things are moving as per the plan, and 169 gigawatt as on date, it is under implementation. तो इसमें अगर इधर कुछ होता है तो भी I am quite confident we will achieve 500 gigawatt by 2030. And as you may be knowing, we are the third largest producer of the renewable energy generations country in the entire world today. We are the third now. So 10 years back, if you look at it, 2014, the solar energy was 2.82 gigawatt. Today, I have crossed 103 gigawatt in 10 years. And people are also, the industry and manufacturers, they are able to understand and they are able to guess that this is the energy which is going to be the future energy of this country and the world. And people are accepting it, and technology is also changing, and we are also moving fast ahead with that new technology.
2024 specifically, Mr. Joshi, turned out to be an unprecedented year as far as the renewable energy space is concerned, not just for India but across the world. For India also, it was a remarkable year. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of the key projects, or rather key policy initiatives that helped India achieve this feat in last 1 year? Any out-of-the-box ideas that you are now implementing so that we are able to achieve this goal? Like you said, we've already crossed 220 gigawatts. So what's really the reason behind this growth?
2024, if we can say, we have achieved almost in 2024 nearly about 27, 28 gigawatt in the last year itself. And in the pipeline, as I already said, many projects which are in the pipeline, which are bidders already out, they are already, very shortly we are going to commence the production in that. So green hydrogen, we are moving ahead. And transmission line, we are, except in Great Indian Bustard, everywhere we are moving fast. It is moving as per it is, we are moving as per our expectation. तो थोड़ा कुछ जब भी एक नया टेक्नोलॉजी आता है, नया विषय आता है, एक तो समस्या तो आता है. मैं ये नहीं बता रहा हूँ कि कोई बिना समस्या के हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. I am not going to say that. But at the same time, every problem we are addressing, every month, I am personally sitting with the stakeholders, the manufacturers, and other manufacturers who are using the power. We are sitting with all those people and we are working out. I'm quite confident that even 2025 we will be achieving good, and by 2030, as expected, we will reach 500 gigawatt.
आपने समस्याओं की बात की. Would you like to talk to us a little bit about the challenges? Because Prime Minister Modi often talks about converting a challenge into an opportunity, a crisis into an opportunity. So what are some of the challenges that you're seeing right now, and what is being done to deal with it?
The basic challenge is here one of the important raw material apart from module, apart from cell, ingots, polysilicon. Apart from that, the land is the major problem for us. And we are continuously addressing, we are talking with the state governments to address it. And apart from that, we are going for the rooftop solar. Rooftop solar, we are expecting to achieve 30 gigawatt. And PM Kusum, which is almost decentralized power generation of the RE, there we are going to achieve 34 gigawatt. And now it has picked up very well, which you may be knowing. Every state chief minister is meeting almost every alternative week and requesting for the further allotment of the under PM Kusum. This shows that states are also now they are convinced without RE we will not be able to meet our power requirement. And I would also like to tell you, by 2032, according to an assessment of the assessment of our own country and the world standards also, we are going to, our demand is going to be doubled by 2032. Okay. So for 2032, double the demand of the power, we need both, of course, we cannot say that conventional energy within 6 or 7 years or 10 years we are going to stop it. We can't say that. But at the same time, the conventional, along with the conventional energy, renewable energy also equally required. And our commitment is that 50% of energy requirement will be met by the renewable energy that we are going to meet.
You said states are also cooperating. Are you getting cooperation from opposition ruled states as well, or it's a little difficult dealing with them?
Some of the states, they are not able to understand. I don't want to name any state, but many other states, there are not only BJP or NDA ruled, opposition ruled states also. They are cooperating, they are doing well. Recently, Telangana Chief Minister, because they did not do well all these years, we have withdrawn their allotment, and he came and met me and he requested within 6 months we are going to see that it is progressed well, kindly reallot it. And many chief ministers are coming, but some of the states still they are, I think, they need to understand what is the importance of the renewable energy and overall energy. Because some of the states are like that. I don't want to name any states because I don't want to sit here and do any politics. But of some of the states where there is abundance of coal, there even today there is a power crisis.
Eastern part of India?
Sorry?
Eastern part of India?
I don't want to name anything. I said to you because I don't want to do any politics in this summit. But I can say there is a very good amount of the iron ore, but there is no manufacturing capacity there. These things are happening, but some of the states, irrespective of the party which is ruling, if I can say, I come from Karnataka, but relatively Karnataka is doing well as far as the renewable energy is concerned. Their solar parks have come up well. Of course, previous government has also done. This government is also trying to do it. That is a different issue. Some of the states, they are doing well. They have understood what is the future energy. They are able to assess it. They are able to understand it. Some of the states are not doing it.
Okay. Now, Mr. Joshi, these are capital-intensive projects when we talk about renewable energy space. Finance Ministry recently mentioned that to achieve that goal of 500 gigawatt by 2030, you would require around 33 lakh crore rupees. Is that a challenge, or do you think it's sort of under control?
One is, as far as financing is concerned, recently we had a detailed workshop with all CEOs and the MDs of the bank, both the PSU banks and the private sector bank, NBFCs. Many had participated, and I think we are able to convince them कि अगर इसको आप फाइनेंस नहीं करते हैं तो आगे आपके जो ऑफिस में एसी चलता है और आपको इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चाहिए, घर में अगर ठंडे के मौसम में हीटर चाहिए, ये सब भी अगर आरी नहीं है तो वो भी नहीं चल पाएंगे, क्योंकि 50% of the energy will be from the renewable energy, whether you wish or not. This is I have convinced you. Another thing is, India is going to become the third largest economy very shortly. So much of investment. And we want, Honorable Prime Minister wants that India should become the manufacturing hub. The requirement of energy is quite going to be huge. To cope up with that, every source of energy we should tap. That is the intention. With that intention, we are working. This is number one. Number two, many pension funds of not only India, foreign pension funds, foreign investors. See, in our RE investor meet, where many chief ministers participated for the first time, more than 12 chief ministers, many delegations from the entire world, even Japanese minister, Germany's minister, many ministers had come. They had come with a big delegation. They know that this is the place where we can invest and ROI will be quite good. This is world has also understood, because India is growing, India is the fastest growing economy of the world, and people are coming, and there is a commitment. हम उधर शपथ पत्र भी लिया, जिन्होंने इसमें इंडस्ट्री लोग हैं उनसे भी शपथ पत्र लिया, राज्यों से भी लिया, और बैंकों से भी, फाइनेंस इंस्टीट्यूशंस में भी बैंक से लिया. ओवरऑल हमने जब इसको सिंक्रोनाइज करके, तो जब बातचीत करके फॉलो अप किया, we have received a commitment of almost 32 lakh crores, and I am quite confident this will be realized. Banks are also now enthusiastic, because banks, ultimately any business person, he looks at his profit. Here it is a profitable business as for financing in the energy, and especially in renewable energy sector is concerned, and India is going to be the number one as far as the renewable energy concerned in coming days.
Okay. Sir, in the audience, we sensed some bit of interest as far as green hydrogen is concerned. You recently flagged off trials of hydrogen-powered heavy-duty trucks. You also said you want to see India leading the world in green hydrogen. Where are we right now? What's the outlook? Any numbers, any targets that you can share with us?
No, we have planned 5 million ton by 2030. For that, overall, nearly about more than 20,000 crores is the viability gap funding. One is for the electrolyzers, another one is for the manufacturing of the green hydrogen, and out of that, 412,000 tons of the green hydrogen which we had gone for the bid, that has gone out well. Bids have been already finalized. And out of that, more than 12,000 metric ton, it has been, we have an MOU with the other countries, the foreign countries, for the export of the green hydrogen. That is its derivatives. We cannot transport the green hydrogen, which we know all very well. We have to transport the derivatives. But as far as green ammonia is concerned, that is almost 50% of the whatever we have allocated in our PLI. That has been accepted. There is a MOU with us today for the purchase of this green hydrogen.
Okay. Now, among many hats, like I mentioned in the beginning itself, you also wear the hat of Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Distribution. And before I talk to you about what's keeping you busy in that ministry, I want to ask you, which portfolio do you like more? Which one is more challenging? Renewable energy or this one?
See, if I can say, I have come to political field accidentally. So I have not come with a choice. First of all, I would like to tell you. मैं तो लड़ते पहले संघ में काम करता था. बाद में हमने a flag movement में भाग लिया, which was of course very non-political. Then I became MP in 2004, most unexpectedly. Then 2019, I became MP because 2014 I was state president of the party. 2019, I became first time MP. At that time, I was not knowing what is coal, what is mining. But everybody in the sector, in the thermal sector, they say that under the guidance of the Prime Minister, whatever the changes we brought, reforms we brought, that is remarkable. Today, there is no shortage of coal. That we did it. Whatever Prime Minister assigns me job, I will do with utmost confidence and utmost passion, and we will achieve the target, whatever is decided by the country and the Prime Minister.
Interesting. You said accidentally you entered into this field. So how did that accident happen? Because I remember 1996 was when you made your debut in electoral politics from Karnataka.
I directly contested Lok Sabha election in 2004. Before to that, I did not contest any election. I joined Bharatiya Janata Party only in 1996. I participated in agitation when there was a Lal Chowk where the Honorable Murli Manohar Joshi wanted to hoist the national flag, where there is a lot of opposition. In that enthusiasm, I also joined the movement, and in my constituency, Hubli, in a public ground, then Congress government, as part of the appeasement program, they opposed the hoisting of the national flag in a municipal ground. You mark my words, in the municipal grounds, they objected the hoisting of the national flag. Then I took it as a challenge and I went inside. I hoisted the national flag. I was arrested. I was put behind bars and that flag was removed unceremoniously. Then I said, till the national flag, until it is hoisted honorably in this place, there will going to be agitation. Then I continued the agitation, of course, with the support of the Parivar organization. Then many a times we rushed into the ground and we hoisted the national flag. Ultimately, one fine on 26th August 1994, the then Congress government fired at the agitators. 6 people died. And then ultimately I joined BJP, and in 2004 I became the MP. So this is what I said accidentally.
Okay. You've spoken about Karnataka. So before I talk to you about consumer affairs, a quick question on Karnataka, because recently you called what's happening in Karnataka politics lab of appeasement, given the 4% quota for the minority community in government contracts and, you know, what's happening with respect to Waqf, etc., the kind of opposition, the resistance that's coming from that state specifically. How will you like to describe what's happening in Karnataka, today?
See, we should, I'm not against the giving any facility to anybody, but under the name of religion, giving the reservation, it is not accepted. See, how can you give 4% reservation in the contract? Only to a particular religion. This I have questioned. And only to the many of the, as far as Waqf is concerned. Do you know the minority minister goes to the district and district. He says, enter more and more property into Waqf. I can say in my constituency and next to my constituency, a poor farmer who bought the land in 1960, when I was not even born. At that time, he purchased a agricultural land. In 2015, it is converted into Waqf. And police goes there and they evict him forcibly and he commits suicide. I asked the district commissioner, what is this? तो वो कहते हैं मंत्री जी माइनॉरिटी मंत्री आया और अदालत किया और हमको आदेश दिया, हम क्या करें, सरकार का आदेश है, चीफ सेक्रेटरी ने नोटिस निकाला है, सर्कुलर निकाला है. ये तो मैंने बहुत बार कर्नाटक सरकार को कन्विंस करने का कोशिश किया. आई ट्राइड माय लेवल बेस्ट एंड आवर पार्टी आल्सो ट्राइड आवर लेवल बेस्ट कि ठीक नहीं है, क्योंकि आज के दिन में 2013 के कानून के अनुसार यानी प्रॉपर्टी with hanky-panky such a document, they can declare it as the Waqf. And because of that, many people are committing suicide. There are some temples, along with that, including temple, entire land of the temple as declared of the Waqf. When it was constructed, you know, in 16th century, in 17th century, in 18th century in Bijapur, they were constructed by Chalukyas. All such temples, they are declared as the Waqf. Okay, this is one point. Second point, all these Waqf properties, they are being misused. It is not that only properties of the Hindus are grabbed. Even the poor Muslim properties are also grabbed. They have also come in the agitation. So this is, I said, this is a lab for the appeasement politics. The Karnataka, they are making it as a lab for the experiment करने के लिए एक लैब चाहिए. वो लैब कर्नाटक को उन्होंने बना के रखा है.
If you are aware of the problem, what are you doing to solve this? Of course, we know we have Waqf Amendment Bill that is also likely to be tabled in the Parliament after the JPC submitted its report. 1 week is left for this ongoing Parliament session to get over. Are we likely to see that, coming in the Parliament in the next 1 week? What will you say to the kind of opposition that has come, especially for the way in which this Waqf Amendment Bill is being brought by the BJP, as many are calling it, and on the issue of 4% minority quota, since on the basis of that you called Karnataka a lab of appeasement, how do you plan to fight it? Do you plan to, perhaps launch some kind of agitation, take it to the court of law? What is it that you're planning to do as a party?
See, Supreme Court in one of the cases, it is already said that on the basis of the reservation, on the basis of religion is not accepted. This is Supreme Court has said. Legally, we'll fight it. But as far as this Waqf Bill is concerned, when it is going to be passed, I don't know. But I can say this is not against the only Muslim community. Even the Waqf property, it is for the safeguarding the Waqf property also, this bill is there. That we should understand. It is not against the particular community. Let me make it very clear. The many properties which have been, one of the property which I mentioned here just few minutes, 2-3 minutes back, property belongs to Muslim. वो मुस्लिम आदमी मेरे घर में आके रो रहे थे, साहब मैंने 1962 में खरीदा था, मेरा हड़प लिया प्रॉपर्टी. ये तो एक क्रिएट कर रहे, ये अगेंस्ट मुस्लिम है. एक्चुअली ये मुस्लिम अगेंस्ट नहीं है. You know, many of the properties, one of the committee which was constituted by the government of Karnataka, it has said, thousands acres of the Waqf property, तो इसके ऊपर कुछ लोग कब्जा करके रखा है, वो पावरफुल पॉलिटिशियंस है, वो भी रूलिंग पार्टी से है. And they don't want that it should be investigated. They don't want it should be taken back. They don't want that there should be, इसका हिसाब किताब नहीं रहना चाहिए. ये उनका मत है. हमारा मत इसमें स्पष्ट है. जो वक्त में पहले से है वो रहेगा, इसका उसका सेफगार्डिंग होगा. और जो नया अगर किसी के भी प्रॉपर्टी आपको वक्फ ऐसे लगता है तो इसके लिए कुछ इंक्वायरी होगा, कुछ व्यवस्था होगा. बिना व्यवस्था किसी का प्रॉपर्टी, विंडसर मैनर होटल बेंगलुरु में, नाउ इट हैज फ्यू इयर्स बैक इट हैज बीन डिक्लेयर्ड एज द वक्फ. यू नो इट? You know Windsor Manor Hotel of Bengaluru? It is a star hotel. Just nearby Chief Minister's residence. That has been declared as the Waqf. You know that? So this is what is happening. So that's why to safeguard and safeguard the interest of the other people also, safeguard the interest of the Muslim people, and also the safeguard the overall the property of the country, this amendment bill has been brought.
Okay. I also want to talk to you a little bit about consumer affairs because it is an important subject as well. And in terms of enforcement of consumer rights, what kind of initiatives are being taken by the government? I remember a couple of days ago there was something around Jago Grahak Jago, another agreement that you've signed, I believe, with Meta. What is happening on that front?
As far as consumer affairs is concerned, before 2019, we replaced the 1986 law. From 2019, there is a new law. Before to 2019, the consumer option for the consumer was only litigation. अगर मुझे कोई dupe लिया, I have been duped by some company or some दुकानदार के वजह से मुझे ड्यूप किया गया. What was the option? Go to the district consumer forum. If it is against you, appeal it before the state consumer forum, national consumer forum. The litigation was only the option. What has been done, and subsequently, even very recently, in last 1 year also, what we have done is, after 2019, प्री-लिटिगेशन प्रोसेस में ही हम ग्राहकों को जो भी न्याय दिलवाना चाहिए हम दिलवा रहे हैं। जो टूरिस्ट कंपनियां, ट्रैवल कंपनीज, ड्यूरिंग कोविड दे बुक्ड द टिकट, देन ऑल गेट मन बिकॉज ऑफ द फ्लाइट इटसेल्फ गॉट कैंसल्ड। इन लोगों ने बोला फ्लाइट कैंसिल किया है, हम पैसा कहां से देंगे। हमारे मंत्रालय में कुछ कंप्लेंट्स आया। We did not go, you go to the Consumer Commission because after 2019 there is a Consumer Commission. हमने ऐसे 3-4 कंप्लेंट आने के बाद हमने पूरा सेंट्रल कंज्यूमर प्रोटेक्शन अथॉरिटी के द्वारा हमने इंक्वायरी किया। हमने देखा हजारों करोड़ रुपए ट्रैवल एजेंट ले लिया है, लेकिन उनको एक्चुअल में वापस रिफंड नहीं मिल रहा है। We talked to the all airlines. We called them and we said them, because they had booked the ticket, flight got cancelled, now it is your duty to pay it. 1,400 crore was paid back to the all consumers. This is what the pre-litigation process I am talking today. This is what pre-litigation process. They need not see क्या होता है। बड़ा बड़ा कंपनी जब आप कंज्यूमर कोर्ट चले जाते हैं, वो बहुत बड़े वकील को लाते हैं, तो ये बेचारा क्या करते हैं, पुअर कंज्यूमर। इसलिए प्री लिटिगेशन प्रोसेस में हम कर रहे हैं। डार्क पैटर्न, फॉर एग्जांपल एक बुक माई शो, ये तो इसमें एक ऑनलाइन है, इसमें बुक के स्माइल करके था। वो क्या बुक के स्माइल किसी को पता नहीं था। 2 रुपए काटता था। 2 रुपए अगर कोई प्रश्न पूछता तो डोनेशन नहीं बोलते थे। डोनेशन तो वॉलंटरीली होता है। हमने ये तो देखा, एक आध कंप्लेंट हमारे पास आया था। वी जस्ट सॉ इट। हमने बोला ये 2 रुपए क्यों काट रहे भाई। तब हमको बताया गया सर ये अगर किसी के फेस के ऊपर स्माइल लाना है तो ये 2 रुपए हम काटेंगे, डोनेशन है। हमने बोला आप कौन होता है कंपलसरी करने वाले। हमने नोटिस दिया, वो सब बंद करा दिया। ऐसे बहुत चीजें हमने जो है अभी। और ऑनलाइन में ऑनलाइन कंपनीज क्या करते हैं, वो भी बड़े बड़े ऑनलाइन कंपनी, मैं किसी का नाम नहीं लेना चाहता हूं। मैं किसी के लिए किसी कंपनी मन में रख के मैं इधर तो नहीं आया हूं, क्योंकि मैं ओवरऑल माय इंटेंशन इज टू बैलेंस बिटवीन बोथ कंज्यूमर एंड द ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस। व्हाट आई टोल्ड, दे यूज्ड टू से, किसी एक फॉर एग्जांपल कोई एक शर्ट सेल कर रहे हैं, क्या करते थे तो कुछ पर्टिकुलर ब्रांड या कुछ पर्टिकुलर शर्ट प्रमोट करते थे। अगर वो खराब हो गया, डैमेज हो गया, हम तो सिर्फ प्लेटफॉर्म है। तो मैंने बोला ये डार्क पैटर्न है। ऐसे हमने 13 डार्क पैटर्न को आइडेंटिफाई किया। वो डार्क पैटर्न को आइडेंटिफाई करके बोला ये डार्क पैटर्न नहीं चलता है। जैसे मैंने बुक माई शो, ट्रैवल एजेंट का हो, ऐसे बहुत चीजें जो है हमने अपने आप आइडेंटिफाई कर रहे हैं। जहां हमको लगता है इसमें क्लास एक्शन है, क्लास एक्शन बोले तो सम क्लास इज अफेक्टेड बाय दिस टाइप ऑफ बिजनेस, वी कॉल देम। हमने कन्वर्जेंस पार्टनर का एक कंसेप्ट लाया है। ऑल बिग कंपनीज हु आर वर्किंग इन इंडिया, वेदर इट इज इंडियन और मल्टीनेशनल, they have to assign a particular grievances addressal officer and they should convergence with us. हम उनको कन्वर्जेंस पार्टनर बोलते हैं। वो कन्वर्जन पार्टनर्स को हम तुरंत भेजते हैं, ऐसे कंप्लेंट आया है, यू हैव टू एड्रेस इट, दे आर एड्रेसिंग इट। मैनी सच प्रोएक्टिव एक्शंस हमने लिया है। एंड अंडर द गाइडेंस ऑफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी, व्हाट वी हैव डन इज वी हैव बैलेंस्ड बोथ as far as consumer and ease of doing business. We are balancing both. Lot of such actions have been initiated. I can only say, without going to the consumer, last resort is going to the court, that is consumer commission. Before to that, pre-litigation process में ही हम लोगों को राहत दे रहे हैं। ये 2019 के बाद प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में एक बहुत ही बड़ा बदलाव हमने लाया है।
Okay. You've also often spoken about zero tolerance for consumer exploitation. Recently, there was this case of differential pricing that came up in cab services, the cab prices. What is happening in that regard? Because I remember your statement at that point in time. You said that you will be looking at other platforms too and see, if it's a similar case.
No, I had received some complaint on my mail. मैं किसी को इसमें बहुत I was also not expecting that इसको इतना ट्रैक्शन मिलेगा, ये भी मैंने सोचा नहीं था. मुझे 3-4 कंप्लेंट, 3-4 बोले तो एक ही दिन में 3-4 कंप्लेंट ऐसे आया. I received complaint like this, कि if I book my cab through my, on my Apple mobile, मुझे चार्ज ज्यादा होता है. एंड्रॉयड में करते हैं तो कम होता है. ऐसे मुझे मैसेज आया और उसका वो जो रसीद वगैरह जो भी है उन्होंने मेल पर उसको अटैच किया था. मैंने बोला इसको इंक्वायरी करो और इसमें हम इंक्वायरी करेंगे, ऐसे मैंने एक ट्वीट किया. ये बहुत ट्रैक्शन हो गया. उन्होंने रिप्लाई दिया ऐसे हम नहीं कर रहे हैं. आई हैव आस्क्ड DGBIS to investigate it. If it is being done, it is not correct. We have asked them, we don't want to, unless otherwise, वो अगर रियली करेक्टिव मेजर्स लेते हैं तो, और वो रियली नहीं कर रहे तो इस सरकार में किसी को हरासमेंट भी नहीं होगा. इसी समय कंज्यूमर को भी एक्सप्लॉयटेशन के लिए हम अलो नहीं करेंगे.
Okay, so one last question before we let you go. You've been a parliamentary affairs minister as well. Parliament session is underway. Rahul Gandhi many a times has said that he's not allowed to speak. His microphone is switched off. Why do you not let him speak?
See, they are trying to create a narrative. I am telling, I am here in this Lok Sabha from 2004. This is my 5th term. माइक ऑफ ऑन जब स्पीकर परमिशन देता है तब भी होता है जी. योर माइक विल नेवर बी ऑन अनलेस स्पीकर्स गिव यू द परमिशन. परमिशन के साथ, नोटिस के साथ आप बात करते हैं तो यू आर अलाउड. इफ इट इज नॉट सो, इट इज नॉट अलाउड. इट इज अ सिंपल प्रोसेस. और कभी कब तो हम कोई भी नोटिस भी नहीं देते हैं. आप मुझे ये बताओ, शुरुआत के 2 सप्ताह वो सेशन ही नहीं आए हैं. सेशन में लीडर ऑफ द अपोजिशन, आई हैव सीन मेनी लीडर ऑफ द अपोजिशन. आई हैव सीन अद्वानी जी, आई हैव सीन सुषमा स्वराज, आई हैव सीन खरगे जी. वो इसका वेस्ट बंगाल का था ना पहले कांग्रेस ग्रुप लीडर अधीर रंजन चौधरी, पूरा दिन भर बैठते थे. जब पार्लियामेंट शुरू होता था हम भी, when I was a first time MLA, I used to cancel all my programs and there sit to be in the parliament to speak. ये कहाँ रहता है? पार्लियामेंट में आता नहीं है, नोटिस देता नहीं है, नोटिस लिखता नहीं है, और बाद में बोलता है स्पीकर से परमिशन मांगता नहीं है. बाद में बोलता है हमको बोलने के लिए परमिशन नहीं देते हैं. कितने बार बोला है, कितना भाषण आप भी देखे नहीं होंगे. तो लेकिन ये तो नैरेटिव सेट करने का कोशिश करते हैं, लेकिन ये बिल्कुल गलत है. सिस्टम यही है, जब स्पीकर या चेयरमैन परमिशन देते हैं तो उसके लिए नोटिस देना पड़ता है. तो कुछ सिस्टम है पार्लियामेंट में, कुछ मर्यादा है, वो मर्यादा तो पालन करना है. तो कल भी क्या हुआ आपने देखा है. इज इट द प्रॉपर बिहेवियर इन द हाउस व्हेन हाउस इज फंक्शनिंग? और बाद में बोलते हैं हमको बाद में बोलने के लिए नहीं दिया. ये क्या बोलने के, इसके लिए जब स्पीकर ने कुछ बोला, डेकोरम रखो, उसके लिए मैं रिएक्शन देता हूं ऑन द फ्लोर. हमारा माइक ऑन नहीं हुआ और जब 1 बज रहा था लंच के लिए, स्पीकर ने उसको एडजर्न कर लिया 1 घंटे के लिए. तो मुझे बात न करने के लिए ही एडजर्न किया, ऐसे बोलने का क्या तरीका है जी? ये तो देयर इज अ चाइल्डिशनेस. आई डोंट वांट टू से एनीथिंग मोर ऑन दिस.
All right, Mr. Pralhad Joshi, thank you very much for speaking with us. Wonderful chatting with you. Thank you so much.